let's move to exercise 3.1. In 3.1, question number 1, you have to write the numerator and the denominator, right? So first part is 1 upon 5. In this, it is very easy question. You just have to tell what are the numerators and what are the denominators in this. In the first part, 1 is there, so 1 is the numerator and denominator is 5. Minus 11 upon 13. Minus 11 is the numerator and 13 is the denominator. Minus 14, minus 15. Minus 14 is the numerator, minus 15 is the denominator. 7 upon minus 8. 7 is the numerator and minus 8 is the denominator. You have to take the sign of minus. Next is 5. Now this 5 means 5 upon 1. When this 5 upon 1 is there, then this 5 means the numerator and 1 means the denominator. Now we'll be doing question 2. In question 2, you have to do true and false, and this question you have to do in the book. First part is all fractions are not rational numbers. Basically, rational numbers means the fractions. So if they're saying that all fractions are not rational numbers, so this is false. For example, if I'm writing 1 upon 2, minus 5 upon 7, 3 upon 9, something I'm writing like this. These all are the fractions and all fractions are the rational numbers, right? So that means the first one is false. All integers are rational numbers. Yes, all integers are rational numbers. What are integers? Minus 1, 0, 5, something like this, minus 7. These all are the rational numbers. How? Because if in the denominator nothing is there, that means it will be 1. So these all are the rational numbers. All integers are the rational numbers. Next, all rational numbers are fractions. Yes, we have done in this. All rational numbers are the fractions. 0 is not a rational number. False. 0 if I'm writing, that means in the denominator it is 1, and this is a fraction, and fraction means rational number. So if they're saying that 0 is not a rational number, it is false. Next, 56 is a rational number. Yes, because 56 means 56 upon 1. This is a fraction and fraction is a rational number, so this is true. Now you have to write the following as the rational number. How you're going to write this number as rational number? See, minus 18 is there. Okay, even if it is minus 18, this means minus 18 upon 1. This is a fraction, but they are asking you to write it in the fraction. What you can do is, minus 18 you can multiply and divide by the same number. Any number you can take. For example, I am taking 2. I have to multiply it with the same number and I have to divide it with the same number. If I am going to multiply by 2, I will divide by 2. Now numerator will be multiplied with the numerator. Don't cancel it. Do not cancel it. Just multiply the numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. What is 18 to the 36? What is the sign here? Minus. So plus minus minus. Divide by 2. So this has become a fraction, right? And fraction means a rational number. What I have done here is minus 18. I have multiplied by 4. You can take any number of your choice, but you have to multiply and divide with the same number. Now 18 4s are 72. The sign is of minus, minus plus minus, and in the denominator 4 is there, so it will be 4. Similarly 29. Now you have to write it in the rational number. Again, multiply and divide with the same number. Then numerator will be multiplied with the numerator. 29 into 7, 29 into 3, 87, and denominator is 3, that means 3 will come here. Minus 101, I have multiplied it with my choice of number, but the number has to be same in the numerator and in the denominator. Multiply the numerator with the numerator and denominator will be as it is. Please make sure that you are not cancelling any number. For example, in the first part, 18 and 4 are going on the same 2. But you don't have to cancel. If you have to cancel, then why we are multiplying and dividing with the same number? So please do not cancel here. Next, 315. Now 315 is there. Again, you have to multiply and divide with the same number. So what you are going to do? 315 into 2 will be 630 and denominator is 2. Similarly, E part, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. You are going to multiply and divide with the same number. Any number you can take. For easy calculations, I have taken 2. Right, so 2 will be multiplied with minus 1, 2, 3, 4. It will give me minus 2, 4, 6, 8, and denominator will be 2. Okay. Now the fourth question. Represent the following rational numbers on the number line. Now number line. First part is 5 upon 9. Right. Now how I am going to represent this on the number line? I have drawn this number line. I am going to place here 0. Right. And with this, what I am going to do is, I am going to write between 0 and 1. So what I'm going to do here is 0 and 1. Okay, I have written it here. Now just see here, 5 upon 9 is there. In the denominator 9 is there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to divide this section between 0 to 1 into 9 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now see how many sections are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Between 0 and 1, how many sections are there now? 9 sections are there. Okay, so this means we want 5 upon 9. So we will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be my 5 upon 9. 9 means this complete section is divided into 9 parts, and in the 9 parts we are going to talk about the fifth part. Okay, so this is 5 upon 9. That's how you are going to represent this number on the number line. Let's move to the B part. B part is 4 upon 7. Now 4 upon 7 is there. Again we are going to draw a number line, 0, and here it will be 1. Now since in the denominator 7 is there, so I am going to divide this into 7 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this section is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 parts are there between 0 and 1. Now what is in the numerator? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 4 upon 7. That's how you are going to represent the rational number on number line. Next is 9 upon 4. Now first of all, 9 upon 4 is an improper fraction. So improper fraction I am going to convert into mixed fraction when I am going to divide 9 with 4. 4 2s are 8. Remainder is 1. So what will come here? 2, 1 upon 4. 2, the quotient I am going to write as it is. Remainder is 1, which will come in the numerator, and divisor will come in the denominator. Now let's move to this. Again 0, 1, 2, 3. Now why I have taken till 3? Here also minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Why I have taken till 3? Because my whole number is 2. That means I am going to consider the section between 2 and 3. Because I am having 2, so I am going to consider the section between 2 and 3. Now what is the denominator? 4. So that means I am going to divide this section between 2 and 3 into how many parts? 4 parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now since this has been divided into 4 parts, what is in the numerator? 1. So that means this is 1. This section is after 2. This is 1 upon 4th part. So I am going to talk about here is 9 upon 4. This is 9 upon 4. I hope it is clear to you. We have already done this in the example 6. Now let's move to D part. Now D part is 3 upon 5. Now this is already in proper fraction. So what I am going to do here is 0 and 1. Denominator is 5. Divide it into 5 parts between 0 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now 3 upon 5 is there. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 upon 5. This is 3 upon 5. That's how you are going to represent rational numbers on number line. Now let's talk about question number 5. You have to write the absolute values of the following. Now we have done this in example 7. I'm just going to tell you here simply. First of all, the first part is minus 29 upon 3. You have to find the absolute value of minus 29 upon 3. Instead of this absolute value of, we are going to bring this minus 29 upon 3 in the bar, right? And when this complete number is going to come out of the bar, it will come out positive number. The same number will come out but with the positive sign. If it is positive, like for example in B, 35 upon 17 is there. Absolute value of this positive sign is already there. Then when it is going to come out of the bar, it will be positive. Okay. C part, minus 25 upon 20. Absolute value of minus 25 upon 20. It will come inside the bar. When it will come outside, minus will change to plus. Again D part, minus sign inside the bracket it is. When it is going to come out, minus will change to plus. Next we are going to talk about question number 6. In question 6, you have to represent this rational number 5 upon minus 8 as a rational number with first part minus 56 as its denominator. Now see what they are asking you is, they have given you this rational number 5 upon minus 8, right? Now they are saying that I want in the denominator minus 56. In the denominator they want minus 56. Let me explain you on this page. I have been given 5 upon minus 8. Okay, and they are asking that in the denominator I want minus 56. So if I want to get minus 56 here in the denominator, what I have to do is I have to multiply this 7 with a number, and that number will be 7. Why 7? Because 8 sevens are 56. Now this is the sign of minus. In answer also, in the denominator also, minus sign is there. So that means I want this number as positive, because positive minus minus. Okay, now if I am going to divide or multiply by 7, I am going to multiply with the same number 7 in the numerator also. Then 7 5s are 35. This is my fraction when I am going to get minus 56 as the denominator and 35 as the numerator. That's how what we are going to do, right? Next, B part. Now they are saying that 40 as a numerator. Okay, now we are having this fraction 5 upon minus 8, and they are saying that 40 should come in the numerator. Okay, fine. Then I am going to multiply and divide by what number, so that my numerator should be 40. 5 8s are, what is 5 8s are 40, and this is positive. This has to be positive because this number is also positive. If this is 8, then here also it has to be 8, because we have to multiply and divide with the same number. Now this is plus, this is minus. What is plus minus? Minus. And 8 8s are 64. This was your B part. Now let's move to C part. 50 as its numerator. 5 upon minus 8, and they want 50 as the numerator. Now how I am going to get 50 here? What I should multiply and divide by 5. What will come here? 5 tens are 50. And what sign I am going to take here? Plus only, because plus plus means plus. And here, if you are going to take here the sign of plus, then in denominator also you are going to take the same sign. What is plus minus? Minus. 10 8s are 80. So this was your question number 6. Now let's move to question number 7. Question number 7 is fill in the blanks. Now how you are going to do it is, let us see here. First part is blank upon 6 equals to 40 upon 60. Now this is your first question, right? Now you have to tell this. What I am going to do is, when only this part I want is, let me take it as x, because we don't know this number. The number which is in the denominator of this, I am going to take it to the other side. If this is in divide, to the other side it will go and it will change to multiply. So x is equals to 40 into 6 upon 60. Okay, now let us cancel this. 0 0 cancelled. 6 ones are 6 ones are. What is left? 4. So the value of this x is 4. That's how you are going to find. This was question number 7, A part. Okay, see here also. X upon 6 is there, because this 6 is in the denominator of the number which we have to find. So I am going to keep this number alone, and 6 I am going to take to the other side. 6 I am going to multiply by 40. 6 into 40. Then I am going to solve it. 0 and 0 cancelled. 6 ones are 6 ones are. These both are going to cancel. What is left here? 4. Now see the B part. In B part it is given 2 upon 3 is equals to blank upon 21. Now this blank we have to find. Okay, so what I am going to do here is, now x I am going to place as it is, and 21 I am going to take to the other side. So it will become 2 into 21 upon 3 is equals to x. Now 3 ones are and 3 sevens are 21. So answer is 14. So that means what will come here? 14 will come here. Okay, now see the next one, C part. Or what you can do, the other part also is there. How you can find is, this is given 2 upon 3, and this number I don't know what it has to come here, and this is 21. Now just tell me, if I want here 21 in the denominator, then I should multiply 3 by what number so that I can get 21? Obviously 7, because 3 sevens are 21. And if I am multiplying by 3, then in numerator also I will multiply by 7. If I am multiplying 3 by 7, then in numerator also I am going to multiply with 7. Now 7 3s are 21. What is here? 7 2s are 14. So these two both methods you can choose. See the C part. X upon 8 equals to 18 upon 24. This is there. Okay, now see here. Again we have to find x. This 8 I am going to take up. So x is equals to 18 into 8 divided by 24. Now let us cancel it. 8 1s are 8 3s are 24. 3 1s are 3 6 are 18. So the value of this is. Now let us do the D part. Now D part is 6 upon 8 equals to blank upon 56. Right? Now since this blank is there, we don't know the value, so I am going to take it as x. 56 will go up, then it will become 6 into 56 upon 8 equals to x. 8 1s are 8, 7s are. What is 7 6 are? 42. That is equals to x, and that is your answer. Okay, so I would request you to complete this exercise 3.1 till question number 7. Thank you.